Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LFS Chop Shop. This week we're doing what I said I wouldn't do and working on someone else's stuff. There's two of them. Great. So I said I wouldn't do it again, but I'm going to work on something for someone else. This is a good deal on my behalf, so I'm just pulling the engine out of this one, pulling the engine out of that one, which is crashed, putting the engine out of that one into this one, and then get rid of it. And then whatever's left of that, I'm parting out. The deal is, I do this, and he's going to fix the K25 bonnet for me, and make me some lower control arms. And I'm going to try and twist his arm and get some camber tops out of it as well. But we'll see how we go, I might have to pay him a little bit, which is fair. So we've got a VE Caprice with the V6. Caprice, whatever you want to call it. It's actually massive. I don't pay attention to Commodores. Someone's going to yell at me. I don't pay attention to them, but this thing's awesome. It's huge, but it's comfy and I don't know, I actually quite like it. And then we have a Calais, which is a Calais something special. It's all pulled apart. A Calais V. Yeah. So the engine in this thing is the high horsepower model, and same with the Capri that has the high horsepower V6 in it as well. So if you want any parts, or ideally the whole shell, let me know, because I'm going to get rid of this thing. Just need to keep a few bits for the customer, shall we call him, mate of mine. So I'm going to keep a few bits for him, but the majority of it is going to be for sale. So this one runs and drives. There's a bit of alignment issues because of the accident, but he's welded the hub back together or something, the spindle back together. So we've got the high horsepower V6, as you can see, so I'm going to pull all this out. But currently this one drives, and as you can see there's a strap attached, because we need to get this one up the ledge, because this one does not drive. But it is a very nice car, as you can see. So this one has done the thing that they all do and stretched the timing chains, and it's so far out this thing won't start. So it was running, but it's now so far out of time it's not going to even fire, so we have to pull it / push it. So got one rope going to the back of the truck, which I'll pull it forwards a bit once the boys get here so we can steer, and then hook this one up to the back and then use the Commodore to pull, push, pull. If you get offended by me calling these Commodores, that is too bad, because I'm not going to change. Alright, so let's get started. Just got to wait for the boys to get here and then I'll pick up the camera again. So this is probably also a good time to point out, this is why I installed this. Pulling. Pushing. I don't know if this is going to work. Hopefully that strap will pull through the lifting strap. It might not. I was hoping to get a pulley system, but I haven't got any rope that's strong enough. I'm not even sure these straps are going to be strong enough actually. So no one will be standing back here. Everyone will be at a safe distance. OSHA, etc.
Stop. We'll come back and get another bite of it.
Nothing more. Alright, stop dude. Alright, so yesterday I just got the front end off of the Calais. So as you can see there's still pretty much all of it in there. Just trying to work out which way to do everything on the other car. So I did this layer by layer, and then the other car I can probably do it all at one go. See how we go when we get to that. So I'm going to jack the car up today and try and get the engine out, or at least disconnect everything and try and get it, started. But I'm going to listen to podcasts on my phone, and that's what I'm using for recording. So you'll see this when I'm going to take it out. So just pretend that I showed you, because I'm busy. Sometimes it's easier if you just don't ask questions. I had to get the engine crane from the other concrete. So I have no idea where I got to on this with the camera last time, but the engine is almost ready to come out. I need to take the exhaust manifolds off, or disconnect the exhaust at least, do the tail shaft, the fuel lines, and then once it's out, there's a wiring plug over there that attaches it to the car. And I think that's it. So I'm going to try and smash the rest of this out and get this engine out today, and then I can clean up a bit because there's stuff everywhere, he says as he trips over, and then get this engine out and then put this car on the ground and roll it back. Probably not on wheels because there's none attached, and then I'll get this thing on jack stands and start looking into this one. Alright, so it's super windy today. I'm sorry for the wind noise. I'll do my best to negate that. So I've got the good engine out of the bad car and taken the subframe off. So this is pretty much ready to go into this car. I need to swap the power steering reservoir because I may have broken the line on it. Or it may have been broken, I'm not sure. I didn't see it happen. I'll take the blame for it. But I've cleaned up, moved this car back with the engine crane, and then all the spares are here. So now I'm just going to start ripping into this, and I'll chuck it in the hyperlapse because the wind is ridiculous today. Going to try and get this front end out and get everything ready, get everything disconnected and get the engine ready to pull out. Right, I'm having a really bad time trying to film today. The wind keeps knocking the camera over. But I've got the aircon lines done, the power steering lines, the trans lines, the radiator lines, got all the fuse box out, the computer out, got all the wiring out the way, got all the wiring out the way from that side as well. So I'm going to do the fuel lines and the heater hoses. I think that's it. This really hasn't taken that long this time around because I kind of know what I'm looking for. It's going to be different when I go to put it back together, but just slow and steady, I guess. So two heater lines and 2 fuel lines, and we'll see how we go from there. Alright, so I got the heater lines off, the fuel lines off. I forgot to mention the booster for vacuum, which I've tucked out the way. Everything else seems to be off. So I need to do the steering, the knuckles, get the brakes off, drop the subframe, and then I've still got to do before I drop the subframe, I've still got to do the trans mount, the tail shaft and the extractors. So still a bit to go, but the front end seems to be under control and seems to be all done. So I'll get started on the sides and get underneath the back of the car and pull everything else out. Alright, so I got both struts undone. Just got to do the sway bar linkage, which I'll have to do tomorrow because I'm not the smartest bloke, but that looks like a really bad time. So I'm going to pack up before I get absolutely soaked. So just clean up quickly and then get stuck into this tomorrow. Almost right on cue. I just finished packing up. It's just started raining. It's a little bit patchy still because there's not quite above us, but that's going to be rainy. I'm going in the shed to do something else.